Welcome. In this video, we're going to be showing you some PvP encounters we had with our squad versus other randoms in the front. Some of these we win and we get some good loot, and a lot of these we end up dying because we just get outplayed. So let's take a look at these and let's go over them together. So this is the same house from the intro. I was just running along, realized that front door was open. So this is really just a target of opportunity for us. If you're running along and there's some easy loot, you got to decide for yourself risk versus reward, and is it worth it for you? All right, so here you can see that I'm cutting this with an axe. It's taking me a long time. It's going very slow. So our first tip is to use the proper tools. So using the spear to destroy wood boxes, wood doors, stuff like that. However, the wood spear and the iron pickaxe cannot destroy tables. You're going to need a jackhammer for that, or you're going to need explosives, one of the two. But you can easily go in, destroy boxes, loot boxes, and get some kills and destroy bedrolls with the spear. I've seen this on a couple videos. I've seen this on a couple Twitch streams. If somebody's on the ground and you're just like, oh, I can't kill them, this is at ×8 speed, so you can tell that it takes a long time. But just keep swinging, and eventually these people are going to die, so just give it time. All right, guys, let's hop to the next video and take a look at our next example. So these people stole from us. They destroyed one of our boxes and took some of our items, so let's go get it. But before that, let's get you another tip. You can place down quite a few bedrolls, and you can spawn on any bedroll in your squad. So if you have 6 people, you can have a lot of bedrolls all across the map. Every time you spawn on a bedroll, that bedroll takes durability damage. So eventually, that bedroll is going to break. So just be cognizant of that as you place bedrolls, and be careful of the max number of bedrolls for you personally. And remember that the ones that you place and they're not in auto repair range, they are going to slowly destroy over time. So they lose durability per hour, and if you're spawning on them, they lose durability as well. So just be cognizant of that. Listen for it. Whenever you spawn in, if it runs out of durability, you'll hear it break. And the first thing you need to do is put down another bedroll if you're in a combat situation. So this guy ran all the way over here. He's in the water. This guy has no armor. You can see he's so much faster for us to get. Now the real question is it our loot? And it's not, so we're just gonna move on. We're gonna find another box here. So I'm gonna go to ×50 speed to get through this, and let's see if our loot's inside of this thing. All right, so starting to wrap up here, almost done with this one. All right, so it's not our loot, so that sucks, but on to the next video. So the next video is more of a teaching experience for this person. So this person logged out in the middle of nowhere, leaving themselves open for attack. I start to just say, okay, you know what? I'm going to try to secure a kill here. But then I decide, no, instead of doing that, let's not do that. Let's try to teach. Let's make this a learning experience for this player. And then I realized if I were to just pin this player in with wood walls, they probably don't have anything on them to break out. So they would be stuck inside of the basic material, and they would have to probably unalive themselves to cause a respawn, because they're not going to be able to jump out of that. And they're going to be stuck here if they do keep playing the server. So then I go, well, I need to be able to see my prisoner, right? I have to be able to look at them to make sure they're still alive and check their well-being. So we did that as well. So now we have a window and we have our first prisoner, and that prisoner is still there after 4 days. So this base is encroaching on one of the major mines that we need, the salt mine. They have a turret that overlooks it. So I decide, okay, I'm going to see if they're offline. If they are, and I think they're offline, I'm going to use some Molotov cocktails and grenades and attempt to assault this base. So, using the binoculars, that's an amazing tip and trick. It's been in some other videos of mine, some other tips and tricks videos. The second you can, get you some binoculars. So I'm going to do a full 360 scout of the base, but first I'm going to find that this guy right here is not moving. I'm going to look at him for just a little bit, and I'm going to see that he's not moving, doesn't seem to be moving. So that makes me think that perhaps they are asleep in the base, maybe they're offline. With this, some things that can help you make decisions about it is, where is this server at? If it's a North American server and you're playing at 4 in the morning, there's a solid chance that they're not online. Right now, I'm using a sleeping bag to figure out what is the build area, because what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to see if I can platform up onto the rocks and then see if I can just jump inside their base. If that's possible, I might be able to get inside the base and go destroy the generators first, which would take off all of their electrical systems, which would be super helpful to the raid itself. So I just cut out a bunch of gathering just to help y'all out. Y'all don't need to see me gathering wood. So now I have what I need, so I'm just going to build up. I'm going to have some wood staircases, convert those into ladders. Once again, I had to get more wood, so I cut that out for you. This tree is in my build path. You can see on the right, it's saying that it's interacting with something. So I'm just going to chop down this tree, come up, build one platform. That's as far as I can build, make the jump. And then I immediately realized that I cannot make this jump. From the ground, I had thought I could. So destroy the foundation, everything on top of it collapses, I get all my resources back. So I just decide, you know what, I'm gonna go assault this front gate right here. Once again, scoping it out with binoculars, like I said before. Now checking the build limits again, trying to figure out what we're gonna do. I run all the way up, and then I remember my sleeping bag. So I run back down, and I put down the sleeping bag behind this rock. Hopefully they can't see it, and I'll be able to go in there and maybe take out a wall and get inside the space. So let's see how it goes. So one quick final scout. Can I jump up there? Maybe I can get up there and platform off. Nope, doesn't look like I'm able to get up that rock. All right, so now let's pick a wall and let's get in. So you can see right here, there's the damage it does. That's how fast it works. So it's a pretty good little thing. So I'm gonna pair it with a couple grenades, and then I'm just gonna start speeding this up, trying to get ready to get inside the space and see what's inside of it. So right about now, if there wasn't the noise of the fire, I might have been able to hear it, but they start running up on me. So what they basically did is they opened that door, and then a turret just gunned me down. So now I got to respawn and see if I'm even going to be able to get my stuff back. But if we're being honest, they probably already looted it. So I spawn on my sleeping bag. I look over. My skull is not there, which tells me they did loot my stuff already. If they put one fiber in that box and take everything else, the other player will see a skull, and they won't know how much loot is left until they go physically check. So here, instead of running back, I decided to make this. I'm just going to take this option, and now I'm just going to go back to my base, because why am I going to run across the entire map? So now, let's go to our next one. So this is in the same region, in the same place, near the same base. So that's the same base right in front of us. You can see it's up on that mountain. And I'm running in here to get this salt mine that's right here below. So you have the actual salt mine that's in this region. As I get here, I see that there's some combat from that same team engaging somebody else. So now I'm sitting here like, okay, can I third party? Could I secure an easy kill? So there's one dead person there, which means if I can capitalize on this, I might be able to get to that person and get the loot from that person without raising too much attention. This is the classical I get too greedy story. So if you've played Warzone, Hell Let Loose, War Thunder, any of those games that have combat, really any game that has combat, you should be familiar with getting too greedy and costing yourself rather than just taking what you have. So on me right now, I have quite a bit of salt. So this will lose me some. And full disclaimer, I do not walk away from this in a good position. So I can see they're trying to loot, but they're being real weird. So they're actually, that body is inside the turret range. So that's what that guy's doing. So you can see that one guy ran forward to draw the turret's fire. So now this other guy took all the loot. He's dead now, but he can crawl outside of the turret range. So now I want to maximize on this. And this is where a crucial mistake was made by me. So after seeing those doors open, that is when I should have just said, you know what? I'm just going to leave. I'm going to make sure I keep my loot and I stay alive. Instead, I tried to stay greedy. I tried to swim across, and I start taking shots. The second I start taking shots, that should have been my next reminder. Okay, look, you're taking damage. Don't risk it. Just get out of there. So now as I get back up, I realize the other squad's getting away, and I'm like, okay, well, now they're a little bit farther from those people that were shooting at me, so maybe I can secure a kill here and get out of here. And once again, I really should have just taken what I had and left. I know the map. I know what they're doing. So the second that they get over there, I'm curious. Do they go left or do they go right? If they go right, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I can cut them off and force them to come to me rather than run backwards towards that salt mine where they know that enemy team is looking for them. So I decide to cut them off. I'm going to get across the water as quickly as I can, and then I'm going to post up and try to engage them from a distance that's going to be most suitable for my rifle. So right here, you can see I'm taking damage from their shotgun across the water. The shotgun is so OP in this game. And my thought process here is I'm going to get up to the top of the rocks. I have a rifle. I can utilize that rifle to my advantage. Probably right there, I should have stopped and set up and actually got a good shot off, because now I'm at the top of the hill and I have some indecisions. I take a look at the map. Am I going to get any support? At this moment, my squad mate is running to me. He's trying to get to me, but this person's already caught up. That time, that indecision I had forced me into close combat, one from close, one from far, which is very disadvantageous for me. So until there's some weapon rebalancing from this game, just remember that even if they have a shotgun, they are effective from far range. And right here, at this point, my health's already below 200. I know I'm gonna die. I should have decided to retreat a long time ago. I do get a shot off, but it looks like it hits the rocks behind. And then basically my greed, my unwillingness to retreat is going to end up costing me all the loot I have on me, my armor, my weapons, which in the early game, right here, somebody taking everything I have, just my armor alone, that's 20 minutes of going out, getting stuff, getting resources. So that's a lot of stuff that I've lost now that's going to reset me time, because now I have to go get it, I have to craft it again, and it's going to reset me for hours. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is just some PvP gameplay. Please learn from my mistakes, or put in the comments, let me know what you think I can do better. Let me know how bad you think I am at PvP. Trust me, I know I am bad at combat. However, you know, that is the game. You got to get better at it. There's really no way to get better without actually getting out there and understanding the mechanics and learning from your mistakes. So, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment letting me know what you want to see next from Off Duty Gaming, and we're going to try to get that out for y'all guys.